Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Success Blueprint, the podcast where we explore inspiring stories, practical wisdom, and life-changing lessons from successful people around the world. I am your host Assam Businesswala, a 15 years old student, content creator, and the founder of the Success Blueprint from Pakistan. Today's guest is very special, someone who has inspired thousands through his work as an author, speaker, coach, entrepreneur, and a mindset expert. Please join me and welcome Mr. Billy-Joe Todd from Ontario, Canada. Billy-Joe, Billy-Joe, thank you so much for accepting my invitation. It's truly an honor to have you. Let's begin our conversation.
Absolutely. The honor is mine, Assam. The amount of quality students that's coming out of your school, including yourself, Mohammed, it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. So I got a little bit of education today about how your school runs. So there's no notebooks, there's no paper and pens, there's no teachers, just
Yeah,
facilitators. How much freedom do you feel learning in that kind of environment?
too much freedom.
Too
We
much
have only
freedom.
we have only our laptops and headphones, and we sit at a place and work with chat gpt and cloud ai and many different ai tools. Our school is awesome.
I'm blown away. So, yeah, have you done traditional school where you've gone to normal school and you got tests and books and textbooks and
Yeah, I before the rehan school I can also uh, active in old school where we have books, pens, we write all the day. We have a homework and we get to tests, papers.
so you don't
But
miss
in
it?
Rehan school, there is no thing like old school. It is a new thing.
And it's invigorating and you learn more and better, correct?
Yeah. So Billy, my first question from you, for viewers who may be meeting you for the first time, would you please introduce yourself?
Absolutely. So, I'm an author, speaker, coach, father of three, grandfather of three. I'm that old. And teacher's the wrong word. A lot of times I've been called a teacher. I'm an information translator. You already have the information in you. I just bring it out of you. You know what the next step is. You know what you need to do. I just bring it out of you because it's in you. So I'm a translator, and I speak on stages, on podcasts like this. I write books, and I love helping people. That's my passion. That's my purpose in life.
This is awesome. Your mindset is very blowing for everyone. Helping people to write books and giving your information that you have. I can see your very videos where you can um, talk with people to stop scrolling and start their business and their thinking to do something in this world. So, Billy, my second question is, what does success truly mean to you?
Success is in the success of others. So if I help people start a business, or if I help people get to the next level, or I help people succeed in their business, or just feel better about what their next decision is and that it's aligned and it's not a decision from fear, doubt, and pressure, that's the success. It's not the amount in my bank account. It's not how much praise I get. It's literally seeing someone go from stuck to unstuck. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's right, Billy. So, my next question from you, what's one funny habit that your family or close friends know about you?
I drink pickle juice in a pickle jar. I eat the pickle sometimes, but I take the whole pickle jar and I drink it, and I love it, and I love it, love it, love it. Kind of thing.
Wow, that's an almost amazing funny habit with you. Have you? And Billy, can you tell us what has been the biggest turning point in your life?
So, not too far back, I was on an internet-based TV show or internet show called Next Top Speaker, and I got out of 7,000 people, I was top 200, and then I went on season 6, and I got top 100, and then I was nominated for Emerging Speaker of the Year. So that was the turning point, and that was the change in my life that said, okay, the businesses have to go aside. Those aren't my purpose. And I need to live my purpose full time, which is coaching, speaking, and writing.
Wow, that's a very appreciating moment for you
It was.
to nominate to this award. So, Billy, I can need your help to tell our audience what daily habits have had the biggest impact on your success.
So most recently, my success is I'm down 60 pounds, 8 inches off the tummy, and 3.5 inches off my thigh on my leg. That's a lot of weight. How much you weigh?
Yeah.
How much you weigh, Assam? 90, 80 pounds?
No, I have only 60, 70 pounds.
Dude, I lost you. I took you out of my body. That's how much body weight I lost. And the secret to my success, the secret sauce, is the alignment filter, my framework that I've developed. So let's say my goal is to lose 100 pounds. It's more than that. But let's just say for easy numbers, my goal is 100 pounds. That's a huge undertaking. That's hard to do, right? It's hard to lose 100 pounds. The trick is instead of thinking it as I have to lose 100 pounds, make one aligned decision that you can make in the next 24 to 48 hours that's going to move you closer to your goal. Drink more water. Take a walk. Get the salad instead of the French fries. One aligned decision that's going to get me closer to my goal. And then all of a sudden, 3 months later, I'm making it, and we call that task one. One task that is going to get me closer to my goal I can do in the next 24 to 48 hours. All of a sudden, 3 months later of all these task ones, I'm 60 pounds down. Instead of me thinking, oh my gosh, I got to lose 100 pounds. I just worried about task one. That day, that time, that moment, that's all I worried about. And that's what the alignment filter is. It's breaking it down to simplify it to task one. Because then if we give if I said I have to work out, I have to drink this much water, and I gave me all this tasks that I only completed some of them, I feel like a failure. And then I want to quit. But if I just do task one and focus on that one task, then that's it. That's all I got to do. So I simplify it for people.
That's your mindset is very on next level to bring your goal into hundreds of tasks. You achieve one day one task, you are one step to your goal. So believe my
sorry, one quick thing before you move on to the next question. Think about it like this. If we make it a monumental task list and we get stuck, if we're stuck, so let's say we get a flat tire on a car, are you moving forward or are you stuck? You're stuck because the car's got a flat tire. But if all we do is think, oh, I got a meeting, I got this, I got that, I got to go get groceries, I got to pick up my kids, or you won't be picking up your kids, but I got to go to soccer practice or football. I got to go to football practice, right? That's what you're thinking about. It's a hard task. But if you just say, I got to change one bolt on the lug nut on the tire, that's task one. And then another task one is the next bolt. It's just your next aligned decision. So if you're drowning, are you thinking, did I wait 30 minutes before swimming? Should I have got swimming lessons? Oh, should I go get swimming lessons? No, you're thinking, I'm drowning. Where's the next life raft? Where's the hand to pull me up? I'm drowning. That's all you need to think about is the hand so you can get undrowning. So you're not drowning, right? So when you're not drowning, you're not thinking about the future. You're not thinking about the past. You're thinking about that present moment. How do I not drown? That's the difference.
Yeah, that's right, Billy. So my next question from you is, what's the worst business advice you ever received?
The worst business advice I ever received is to be a boss. To tell people what to do, to be the authority. So there's a boss and there's a leader. If you ever have a job in your life, I think you guys are going too far. You're never going to have a job. You guys are going to be self-employed. But if you ever have a job in your life, there is a
Yeah,
boss and there is a leader. And the difference is the boss says, do it because I told you to do it. And a leader
that's right.
says, hey guys, let me show you how it's done. And let's be the best employee we can be. That's a leader. A boss is just barking orders. Somebody told them along the way that a boss is supposed to be mean and authoritative. And that is not a leader. If you start putting leaders, and that's what your founder of your school believes, that's what the vice principal believes in your school. If you start putting these folks in leadership roles and empower them, the world's going to change. Watch it change. And not slowly. It's going to change quickly. Think about how you learned before when you were doing homework and everything. You were miserable. You didn't want to go to school. I don't want to wake up today. But now you're excited for class. You're like, what podcast am I doing today? What can I do on my laptop? Whose lives can I change? What victory can I have today?
Yeah,
It's all in the change and the pivot and the aligned decision. You made a aligned decision to say, I want this new way of learning. And you're rocking it, Assam. You're rocking it, buddy.
yeah. Thanks. So, Billy, I can tell from your audience, can you use AI tools that I use and my friends use?
Can you use them? It all depends on how you use them. So I understand these teachers, and teachers are usually bosses. You notice that? Usually teachers are usually bosses. Do it because I
Yeah,
said so. They're usually
yeah.
bosses and
Do it.
not leaders. Big
Do your
difference.
homework.
Do your homework. They're bosses. The difference is how you use those tools. So I understand where they're coming from. They get sneaky. So they see you're using AI. They'll put something in there, a little secret thing. Do you pick your nose and eat your boogers? And then you copy and paste whatever ChatGPT gave you, right? And you put it into the essay and you hand it in, and the teacher reads it and he goes, and he reads the line, Assam picks his nose and eats it? He didn't do the homework. ChatGPT did the homework. There's a movie called Happy Gilmore with Adam Sandler. You probably haven't seen it. You're a little young, but it's Adam Sandler, and he's getting taught how to play golf. You know golf, right?
Yeah,
And he grabs him by the hips from behind, and he says, it's all in the hips. So you're swinging your hips. It's all in the hips. Well, with AI, it's all in the prompt. It's all in the prompt. See, I've been on AI before it was cool. Before everybody's like, yeah, I'm on AI. I was on AI before people knew what AI was, okay? And I had designed a blueprint so I can download a PDF blueprint and take it to Grok, take it to Claude, take it to Manus, take it to ChatGPT, and have the same attitude, personality, all these rules I put in place to become the AI I want it to be, personal to me, right? So with AI, just like anything, you got to use it as a tool, not as a vice. And what that means is you can't have it doing all the work for you. It's something that should be an extension of you. But at the same time, when you train it enough and you type in something, it's going to know what you would want. It's going to predict what you would want. So AI is great if you use it right. If you're just asking it questions, what's 2 plus 2? It's going to give you the answer 4. Very plain Jane answer. But if you say, what's 2 plus 2? And the reason I'm asking is because we're going to change someone's life with mathematics. We're going to change them for the good. This is going to make them feel good. The answer is going to change their life because that 2 plus 2 means 4. That means they're going to be able to feed their family. That means they're going to be able to start a business. So all of a sudden, it's not just a math question. It's not just 2 plus 2. It's a prompt, and it's all in the prompt. Say it with me, Assam. It's all in the prompt. It's all in the prompt. So if you prompt it correctly, it's going to give you a beautiful answer that's going to change things that are in front of you. So can we use AI? Heck yeah, I encourage it. But you got to use it responsibly and properly. And then eventually, you're going to get yourself smarter too, because the more you use AI and the more you train AI and AI trains you, you're going to be like, I know the answer before I ask AI. But then when you want to create something beautiful and use code and stuff, it's going to be there for you, and you're just going to get more done in a shorter period of time. That's the difference.
Yeah, so Billy, I have one question from you. If you know, I'm live in Pakistan. There have many problems like light is going, no gas, no water for people because our politics is so much bad and bad peoples. So my next question is from you. What qualities should every political leader have?
Honesty, integrity, and the desire to help people, not themselves. See, even Canadian politics, they're not as bad as what you're dealing with, but they're thinking about themselves. They're thinking about how is this position of power going to help me and my friends? You got to think of it as it's my responsibility as a leader, whether it's in politics, whether it's in business, whether it's in a husband-wife relationship, brother-sister relationship, father-son relationship. How can I make this better for everyone?
Yeah.
Elon Musk says we're not going to have currency in 10 years. Now, you're a little young, so you shouldn't watch this show. Ask your parents first. But there's a show called the Orville. Do you know what the show Family Guy is? Does mommy and daddy let you watch Family Guy?
No.
No, that's good. So he created Family Guy. His name's Seth MacFarlane, but it's like a Star Trek space show, and they don't have currency. Their currency is merit. The things you do get you higher in life. So if our politicians thought more like not how much money can I make, but how much can I help the people, this world would be a better place.
Yeah, that's right, Billy. If every political man and every ministers and prime ministers have like this mindset, the world is changed for every country and every people. The people work with honesty. The crime was too low, and people have opportunities and different many things to up to make and to give someone and help someone. But every politician have like this mindset, then the world change. So Billy, my next question with you: how do you personally deal with stress and pressure? But I don't think that you are in a pressure or stress, because you are very funny man. So tell us, our audience.
No, a lot of people say that about me, that I don't get bothered by pressure and stress. The difference is we're allowed to have a moment of stress, a moment of weakness, a moment of depression, a moment of anger. But that's the key, that one word, moment. You're allowed to have the moment, but the moment you dwell in it, it affects your everyday life. Our brains, okay? You got a brain in there under that beautiful head of hair? Our brains under our dome is super powerful. But
Yeah,
Our words shape what our brain believes. So it's called self-talk. We have to tell ourselves we're awesome. We have to tell ourselves we're winners. We have to tell ourselves all these positive things, not the negative, because the brain doesn't know the difference between truth and a lie.
that's right.
So it only believes what you tell it. So when it comes to things like believing in the impossible, oh, I don't know if I can make that much money. Oh, that's not for me. I'll give you a quick story. I know it's 20 minutes in. I'll give you a quick story. There was a young lady. She was 10 years old, and she lived in England, UK. Okay. Her name is Laura Buxton. And Laura Buxton one day was playing around in her backyard, and she put her name, address, and phone number in a balloon. And she let the balloon fly up. For 7 days, that balloon traveled 170 kilometers to a town farther away. A farmer found this balloon and saw in the sunlight a piece of paper in the balloon, and he opened the balloon and he read the note in it. The girl's name was Laura Buxton. The name and phone number were there and the address. And he knew a Laura Buxton. One of the neighbor's kids, her name was Laura Buxton, but the address didn't make sense and the phone number didn't make sense. So he took it over to this family and they said, yeah, our daughter's Laura Buxton. And this isn't the address or phone number. So they got curious, Assam, and they called this phone number. And when they called this phone number, the parents answered and they said, yes, our daughter's name is Laura Buxton. And they asked, how old is your daughter? And they said, 10 years old. Both girls were named Laura Buxton, and both girls were 10 years old. And they thought that was such a beautiful, crazy coincidence that they threw up a balloon and found each other 170 kilometers away, that they had to meet each other. Okay?
Wow,
So
it's an
the
amazing
parents
story.
traveled to meet this Laura Buxton, and guess what? The girls showed up and they both were wearing jeans, a pink shirt, and wore their hair in pigtails the same way. And it gets even crazier, Assam. They both
Yeah,
had a pet golden retriever, a pet guinea pig, and a pet rabbit. From just a balloon
same
floating
things.
170 kilometers away, all these coincidences. So when you tell your brain, why am I telling this story, Assam? It went totally off track. When you tell your brain something and you say it's impossible, the only reason it's impossible is because you said it's impossible. So when you
Yeah,
say, I want to be a billionaire, the only limiting belief comes from right here. So our self-talk has got to change. We are going to be billionaires. We're going to change politics for the better. We're going to change the world for the better. That's what's going to happen. We believe it and we achieve it. We change the self-talk. Nothing's impossible. Because if you look at that story, Assam, that's impossible. How could there be two Laura
yeah,
Buxtons 170 kilometers away wearing the same clothes, not only both having a dog, but both of them have a golden retriever, both of them have a rabbit, and sorry, the other one was a guinea pig. Like, I don't have a guinea pig. Do you have a guinea pig, Assam?
no, no.
The coincidences are impossible, but it's a true story, Assam. So the only limitation we have is the one we put on ourselves. The
Yeah,
self-talk in here, okay?
okay. So, Billy, I have one last question from you. Can you tell our audience that books you write and some famous books you read that can help you to achieve your success or achieve success in your life, or some work passion? Please tell us.
Yes. So the newest one I wrote was Alignment Before Achievement. And that one is going to be available actually on the 10th of August through Amazon. And it's all about, everybody says hard work. That's the only way to get to riches. That's the only way to succeed. Millionaires say that. You know what billionaires say? Quite the opposite. They say, no, it's not hard work. It's aligned decisions. And the other one I wrote is really good. And this is one that you really got to share with your audience, okay? It's Billy-Joe-Todd.com. It's right on the screen there. There we go.
Yeah,
Billy-Joe-Todd.com /before you quit. before you quit. And this is a part of my Pocket Mentor series, and it literally puts in perspective on what to think and do. Sometimes quitting is a good thing. It's a line. That is the decision that needs to be made. But before you make that decision, you really have to think. And let's say you want to open a business, and you go to the person you trust most, and they say, don't do it. And they love you, and they're just protecting you. But they're protecting you from the wrong thing. So in that book, it says, never ask someone without wings how to fly. You got to ask the eagle, because the eagle knows how to soar. So that's a great book that I've written. That it's a 25-page read, easy read for your audience. They're gonna love that book. It's really good. And there's a digital version, and they just click next. It's super easy. One of the most famous books I ever read was actually a biography about a basketball player. You might know him, Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Michael Jordan, the
And
famous
he's
shoes, Jordan.
famous, right? So Michael Jordan
Yeah,
wrote a book, and one quote that stuck with me, and I want to get it completely right for your listeners. Quote about failure. Okay, so this stuck with me my entire life. So, and you wouldn't even think Michael Jordan said this quote, but he did. I just want to open it up here. It's going to take a second here.
yeah, no problem.
Okay, I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed. This is Michael Jordan, one of the arguably the greatest basketball players of all time.
Yeah,
Okay? And he said, I failed. And that's why I succeed. So the greatest book I've ever read was his biography.
yeah. Thank you, Billy, for joining us. I am so thank you to join us. It's have truly been an honor speaking with you. Your experiences, wisdom, and practical advice have inspired me, and I'm sure everyone watching around the world. Thank you for sharing your journey and you for encouraging people to dream bigger, think differently, and never stop learning. To everyone watching, thank you for spending your valuable time with us. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Success Blueprint. I'm your host Assam Businesswala, and I'll see you in the next episode with another inspiring guest. Until then, keep learning, keep moving, and keep building your own success blueprint. Allah Hafiz.
And remember, it's all in the prompt. It's all
It's
in the
put
prompt.
in the
All
prompt.
right. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you all. Bye bye, Billy.